Hello there, you are now watching TVS News at 5 with me, Hari Zainuddin. Now let's begin. 4 local men were arrested for suspicion of being involved in drug dealing activities after failing to flee a team of police in Satok yesterday. A video of the incident that went viral on social media showed the car, which was occupied by all 4 suspects, hit 2 cars in its attempt to escape from the police.
Sarawak Narcotics Criminal Investigation Department Chief Assistant Commissioner Mustafa Kamal Ghani Abdullah said the suspects, aged between 20 and 34 years old, were arrested at 2:30 p.m. in front of a commercial building in Sato. According to Mustafa, officers have also seized 103 grams of methamphetamine and 64 Aramin 5 pills worth 13,200 ringgit. He added that all 4 suspects are currently being detained under Section 39B of the Dangerous Drugs Act 1952. The suspects are also being investigated under Section 15(1)(a) of the Dangerous Drugs Act 1952 for drug abuse. Meanwhile, Padawan Police Chief Superintendent Abang Zainal Abidin Abang Ahmad did not deny the possibility that the 4 suspects were the same group who escaped an arrest attempt in 4th Mall last April 18. In the April 18 incident, a police officer fired a shot at the suspect's front left wheel, but the suspect managed to escape. However, all 4 suspects denied their involvement in the incident.
The scream from one of 2 siblings saved them from a fire at a 2-story house in Taman Muhibah, Saratok. The incident occurred at around 4 p.m. as the 2 siblings, aged 11 and 22, managed to escape from the burning house.
Saratok Fire and Rescue Station Officer Muhammad Syukur Jamaluddin said the team hurried to the location after receiving an emergency call at 4:09 p.m.
Ketika itu, kanak-kanak lelaki ini sedang berada di tingkat bawah rumah terbabit. Dia menyedari kediaman mereka terbakar selepas melihat api menyala di bahagian luar rumah, iaitu berhadapan ruangan tangga rumah tersebut. Dia kemudiannya menjerit memanggil kakaknya yang berusia 22 tahun untuk keluar dari biliknya di tingkat atas. Kedua-dua kanak itu kemudiannya bergegas keluar rumah untuk menyelamatkan diri. Difahamkan, ahli keluarga yang lain sedang berada di syarikat ketika waktu kejadian berlaku.
The firefighters arrived at the location at 4:15 p.m. and successfully extinguished the fire about an hour later. Meanwhile, he reminded the public to take extra precautions as the festive season approaches.
Sebaik sahaja api berjaya dipadamkan, pasukan bomba melakukan pemeriksaan susulan bagi memastikan keadaan benar-benar selamat. Setakat ini, jumlah kerugian dan punca kejadian masih dalam siasatan. Sehubungan dengan itu, saya juga ingin menasihatkan kepada orang ramai supaya sentiasa berwaspada bagi mengelakkan sebarang kejadian yang tidak diingini, khususnya menjelang sambutan Aidilfitri tidak lama lagi.
The cause of the fire and the estimated cost of losses are still under investigation.
Now, a 43-year-old man was found dead after he lost control of his machine earlier today. In the 7:45 a.m. incident, the deceased, identified as Rahmat Ismail, veered into the oncoming traffic and collided with a lorry driven by a 65-year-old man. The body has been sent to the Sarawak General's Hospital mortuary for post-mortem. The lorry driver has been detained to facilitate investigation under Section 41(1) of the Road Transport Act 1987. Both vehicles are also confiscated. Welcome back to News at 5. Premier of Sarawak, Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tunopeng today received a courtesy call at Wisma Bapak Malaysia. The first visit was from the Director General of the Implementation Coordination Unit ICU from the Prime Minister's office.
Two agendas were discussed during the first courtesy call between Abang Johari and Datuk Ruji Ubi. First, to ensure federal projects in Sarawak are expedited. Secondly, that programs to eradicate poverty in Sarawak are intensified. He added that a total allocation of 4.1 billion ringgit has been approved in the 12th Malaysia Plan for Sarawak. Meanwhile, the second courtesy call was made from Sarawak Police Commission, represented by its member Norzana Buang. Norzana said the Police Commission is committed to upgrading the standards and welfare of police officers in Sarawak to ensure the quality of policemen is kept at certain standards for the prosperity of the state.
Now, cooperation from all parties is necessary for the redevelopment of Bukit Asih to pave way for the development of Sibu. Deputy Premier of Sarawak, Datuk Sri Dr. Sim Kui Hian said, among the area included in the Bukit Asih development plan is the Sentosa Salim Village.
For the obvious reason that all the local, everybody agree that Bukit Asih need to be urban renewal. Urban renewal is more like 3 in 1 or 4 in 1. You know, you do one, it's trying to solve your flood, it's trying to solve your traffic jams, livability of the people. You know, so that the B40, the N40, and the rich can all, through the policy, living in all these new areas.
At the same time, he assured the Sibu residents that his party is highly committed to the plans to be implemented and urged them not to worry. He urges all parties, including the representative of the area, to join forces in the effort to overcome challenges and find solutions together.
On the other hand, Sarawak United People's Party SUPP is ready for its triennial General Assembly. The Assembly will also witness young faces taking office while some senior members are giving way.
Our senior members have said we want to give way to the young one. I want to thank them. At the same time, some of the senior members are still think that they have years to contribute. We also welcome them. I mean, this is our culture. Yeah, our culture is to remain united, you know, and rather than to fight after election winning.
When asked about the potential candidates for the general election, he said those keen of becoming candidates should always be on the ground.
You want to prove your sincerity by always around, always on the ground, always helping the people, always, you know, sharing your visions, you know, always available. So I always tell all the potential candidates, right? You don't just become a candidate, you know, only after people announce. You know, you must on the ground, and the more you're on the ground, the more popular you're on the ground, you'll be the candidate. Not the other way around. That means you have to get ready to do your work, you know.
However, he said SUPP is not in a hurry to announce its candidates lineup for the general election as the dissolution of the parliament has yet to be determined.
Sarawak company Telbina Technologies Sdn Bhd on Tuesday signed a Memorandum of Understanding MOU with China's CSCEC Straight Construction and Development Co. Limited to complete delayed or problematic projects. The MOU was witnessed by the Minister in the Premier of Sarawak's office, Dato' John Siki Tayai, while Telbina Technologies Sdn Bhd was represented by its chairman, Dato' Rahman Leriwu, and Managing Director, Jerifes Mason.
CSCC Straight Construction and Development was presented by CSCC Straight Malaysia Construction and Development Sdn Bhd Deputy General Manager Tiana Lin and Executive Director Jiang Yin Gui. According to Rahman, his team has already identified several SIG projects in the state that the China company can help the Sarawak government to complete. As of now, Rahman said they do not have the details of the project and plan to expedite the completion of infrastructure projects that are delayed, especially in rural areas.
Now, the Sarawak Muslim community is urged to report to the State Islamic Religious Department or JAIS if they find groups from outside bringing in ideologies contrary to Islamic teaching so as to avoid disunity within the community.
JAI's director Khalidi Ibrahim said, if not curbed, this could lead to division of the state's Muslims in terms of faith and could affect efforts at forging unity among them. According to him, unity of the Ummah must start from unity in Islam itself, namely from the aspects of unity of belief and unity of worship. Khalidi, who is also the Sarawak Islamic Religious Council MIS secretary, said there was no other way to preserve the faith of the Muslims in Sarawak except through the unity of worship, which involved the way of worship set and recognized by MIS. He said the management of mosques and surau in the state must comply with whatever guidelines that had been decided by MIS.
The Indonesian National Search and Rescue Agency has called off their search for teenage Dutch diver Nathan Rance Chesters, 14, who was reported to have died after he went missing while diving at Pulau Tokong Sanggol. For more information, let's hear it from our Jakarta correspondent, David Andreas.
Agensi Mencari dan Penyelamat Indonesia atau Basarnas Indonesia melalui kantor SAR Tanjung Pinang menurunkan tim pencarian warga negara Belanda yang dinyatakan hilang saat menyelam bersama keluarganya di Pulau Tokong Sanggol, Johor Bahru, Malaysia. Permintaan bantuan pencarian dikirim pada 8 April jam 8 malam oleh Malaysia Rescue Coordination Center untuk mencari satu dari 4 warga Belanda yang berusia 14 tahun bernama Nathan Rance Chester, karena diduga terbawa arus ke perairan Indonesia dengan menurunkan 4 kapal dan 20 orang personil. Tim SAR gabungan yang dibantu oleh Tentara Indonesia dan Polis Indonesia bekerja menyusuri wilayah perairan perbatasan Malaysia dan Indonesia. Namun, setelah 7 hari pencarian, tidak juga membuahkan hasil dan pencarian resmi dihentikan.
Untuk sementara pencarian dihentikan. Tetapi apabila nanti ada tanda-tanda lagi, kita sudah koordinasi ini akan kita buka kembali.
Menurutnya, tim gabungan juga terus memonitor dan meminta bantuan kepada kapal yang melintasi perairan Indonesia untuk melaporkan jika ada tanda-tanda dari korban. Sebelumnya, kejadian berawal tanggal 6 April sekitar jam 6 pagi waktu tempatan kepada MRCC Johor Bahru, Malaysia yang menerima laporan mengenai 4 orang penyelam berwarga negara Belanda yang hilang setelah melakukan penyelaman. Hingga kini, 3 mangsa berhasil ditemukan dengan kondisi selamat dan 1 korban masih dalam proses pencarian. David Andreas melaporkan untuk TVS.
And that will be all the time that we have for the 5 p.m. news today. Now, do follow us on our social media platforms at TVSTVMY for more updates. Once again, I'm Hari Zainuddin. It's been a pleasure.
Tips apa pula yang Siti Zawawi dan Azwa Shah akan kongsikan pada minggu ini?